The more that I play indie games, the more I notice that it's probably a good idea to rally behind publishers who build a catalog of games under their umbrella. Aside from the bigger names like Playism and Critical Reflex, I've recently added Hyperreal to my list. And I'm glad I did, because it led me to discovering the Ryo Kobuchi developed Sky the Scraper. This arcadey life sim has a lot more than you may initially see on the surface. Its nuanced approach follows the life of a person at a crossroads, then thrusts you into a rapid-fire sim of cause and effect. Along the way though, I couldn't help but find comfort in the gameplay loop of making significant life choices and seeing them play out. Sky the Scraper is an arcadey life sim where players assume the role of Sky, a young person who has just left home and is trying to make it in this world. The story takes place across a few weeks and unfolds primarily through text message conversations. Each day you'll follow text chains with old friends, family members, coworkers, and even strangers, which then comes at an RNG cost. One run can last anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, but your first time through will probably be comprised of just tutorials and figuring out the game's unique sim systems. Once you start the second run, Sky the Scraper starts to reveal itself. Each week you choose your schedule, which comprises days off and work days. Depending on what you're trying to accomplish, or if you're even short on rent, you may want to work a little more. I did find that the challenge increases if you choose weeks with fewer work days, but I could just be imagining that. Regardless, the RNG is very heavy, so even though one day might be an easy shift on the side of a building, another day that week, you'll have to clean a building full of flying birds and crazy wind, or worse, cleaning a building at night. Aside from work, you can also spend your free time doing activities that affect your will and overall stamina. Some of these require funds, which may put your rent at risk, but all of these choices are yours to make. What's honestly great about this loop overall is how quickly you can get through a run. I think I approached my first times through as a gamer, trying to maximize my stats and make the proper choices to win. But upon starting my third run, I got pretty comfortable making fun choices and just getting the most out of this experience, and that's honestly a lot. Across runs, you're able to unlock new skills and purchase gear to address the increasing challenge. Skills that carry over to additional runs or extra experience unlock new possibilities the more you play, so you're incentivized to keep going just to level up your character and reach some of the more interesting abilities. Some of these also allow you to unlock new areas to spend your free time at. But yeah, RNG is also pretty heavy here when it comes to whether you enjoy your time at the club or working out. But what's cool is that each has its own level tiers with additional effects. I was really impressed with the game loop and how addictive it was to replay back to back, encountering new situations and fun scenarios each time. So I should probably address how you pay for all these upgrades and gear. Well, you gotta work. While some activities provide boons used to unlock new features, you'll need to work for the exchange points and money. Working then takes place on the side of a building where players have 60 seconds to clean off the grime. You can use momentum to swing and your stamina to grab the side of a building and scrub the grime. You also have to clean your wipers after some scrubs, which is only scraping the surface of how wild these moments can get. Eventually, you'll find that it's almost impossible to clean the entire building with your base stats, and you'll be evaluated on your performance. That's when skills and gear come into play. Skills can be equipped to an action button, and when the cleaning starts, you'll eventually get to use them. I did find that the skills take some practice to use effectively, but I get it, they're intentionally overpowered, and using them isn't the easiest thing to do. Still, you'll need them, and they make the levels a little more chaotic in a pretty fun way. I do feel that Sky the Scraper could have been better at explaining the stat items you receive during activities. I know I mentioned this before, but the RNG is exceptionally heavy in this game, and it's not always clear what will happen after an activity or whether Sky will eventually benefit from heading out. There is an easy mode, but I don't know if that affects the pass or fail of some of these events. And further, the UI, as stylish as it is, can also take some time to fully understand. All this to say that these pain points do clear themselves up after a few hours, but that may be too much to ask for such a niche game. Sky the Scraper really leans into the idea of it's not about the destination, it's about the adventure we had along the way. While it may take some time to understand, I appreciated how well the developers worked within their means to get the most out of each gameplay element. Everything you do bleeds into the cleaning portions to create a balanced experience where each system feels like its own little game, but somehow it all comes together to deliver something cohesive. If you're the kind of person who can embrace a little chaos and find joy in scrubbing windows between bouts of existential decision making, Sky the Scraper is worth checking out. It's a weird, scrappy, charming little game that rewards experimentation and leans fully into its identity. It might not be for everyone, but if it clicks with you, there's a surprising amount to uncover. I should also add that this has become my new go-to recommendation for people looking for something a little different. NoiseyPixel is giving Sky the Scraper an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. NoiseyPixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
NoiseyPixel.